So the whole fact is, they are saying we must remove the spiritual dimension. They're, without my knowledge, without telling me, it is being phased out. Then what is this work all about? If it's only a psychology course, there are far better courses than this. The beauty about this course is it harnesses divine energies. It is psychology plus spirituality. But I see slowly, very subtly, very carefully, very gently, they are doing it. In some countries, they are going with great force. In some countries, they are very careful. Where there are a lot of trainers, others, they are more careful. Where there are no trainers, they are very, very fast. They are racing through. So, this is against the very nature of oneness. We hope that by 2012, man and God, in whatever form he can call it, the universe or some energy or whatever he wants, he should get in touch with the transpersonal, that which is beyond the person, which we call the transpersonal. He must get in touch with it. So the whole thing is being destroyed. And I call this destruction of oneness. What I want is dissolution of oneness. That's exactly where the difference lies. Continue, Annie.
Yes, just a moment. Yes, Bhagavan, thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful clarifications. Yeah, we have still a lot of people talking about enlightenment, Bhagavan. And they are wondering, what is this state? And they are also asking, are the dasas enlightened? Could you say something about this?
Yes. See, first of all, we must make a distinction between the enlightened state and enlightenment itself. The enlightened state, almost all dasas have had. That is, the state comes and the state goes. What we call the kundalini, when it is up. As long as it is up, you are in an enlightened state. When it comes down, you lose that state. And it cannot always be up. It depends upon so many other factors. Now, for example, your kundalini is up in the morning, let's say 6 o'clock, very, very high. And when you see a dog, you might feel that you are the dog. You might hug the dog, kiss the dog. You might do all those things because that is so real for you, because you see that you are the dog. You and the dog are not separate because the kundalini is high. But towards evening, when the kundalini goes down, suppose by some chance it goes down, you might very well kick the same dog. So in the morning, your behavior could have been loving and kissing the dog. Now it could be kicking the dog. So this is the enlightened state. Now, by enlightenment, we do not mean something which comes and goes. That is permanent. That is, you have become a transformed being, a better human being. You are very naturally kind, you are very naturally compassionate. Naturally, there's no conflict in you. There is peace in you. There's reduced thought noise. There's not enough thought chatter in the head. So you feel very calm. You feel very peaceful. You seem to feel connected with people. Not that you feel that you are that person. That is when the kundalini rises. When the kundalini is not up, but you are enlightened, you are clearly a better human being who has peace in the heart, who has no conflict, who has inner integrity. I can, of course, go on. We actually have about 108 qualities. For each one of them, if you have, you could be declared enlightened. For example, if you can experience reality as it is, you are enlightened. If you clearly realize that there's no thinker, but only thought, then also you are enlightened. Now, for example, Ramana is enlightened, Buddha is enlightened, Sri Aurobindo is enlightened, Ramakrishna in India is enlightened. I'm just giving a few names. But all these things are very different kinds of enlightenments. The two cannot be called to be the same. What we are talking is, we are listing out these qualities and we are telling, let us acquire as many of these as possible so that you in turn would be able to affect the world. You in turn would be able to transform the world. For example, 2012, all that we are saying about 2012 is, in 1989, the new age was conceived and the energies shifted. That was when this phenomenon began, and not just phenomenon, many a phenomena was born in the world at that time. I have personally met these people and I know what happened to them, like what happened to me. And as all of you know, that was the year when the Berlin Wall collapsed and communism came down, the Tiananmen Square in China, and so many other things happened. There was a definite change of energies in the year 1989. What we are saying is, in 2012, that child which was conceived is going to be delivered. It's going to be another big shift in energies. When energy shifts happen, people's perception very easily changes. So that is when whosoever wants to bring about a change, they have their best chance, especially after 2012. Suppose you are an environmentalist, you can bring about environmental changes. Suppose you are an educationist, you can bring about changes in the field of education. Suppose you work in the field of health or medicine, you can bring about changes there. Suppose you are a spiritual person, you can bring about changes in the spiritual sphere. And in the spiritual sphere, there are many, many people working now. But whatever field you work, whoever is working, there must be 64,000 people whose perception has been changed. Only then there will be a global impact. It will be impossible to talk to everybody and do anything. You have to build up. Whoever wants to do this work, anybody on this earth, whether he wants to do with health or with the environment, 64,000 are very crucial. But that is a number which affects human consciousness. All that we are saying is, let us get 64,000 people, work on them, either through SKYPE or in the center here. Let us elevate their levels of consciousness. With that, the work is done. You don't need an organization, you don't need an LIU and go around the world and be talking all those things. This part of 64,000, many countries have fulfilled their quota. We are, in fact, quickly racing into that. The trainers are doing an excellent job. So if we do that, then we could influence people's perception in the year 2012. But that is not the end of the story. Thereafter, it continues on its own. We don't have to do anything. We are not the ones who are going to change the energy. That's a natural phenomenon. All that we are going to do is, we are going to make use of that to help people get closer together, to feel connected, to feel more calm, to more peaceful, which is what we call enlightenment. So anybody can make use of it. Like if you have electricity, we can now speak on the phone now. We can see a video film. We can run an electric motor. We can light up a bulb. So the energies are there available. In 2012 it's available. If we are ready for that, we can do a grand work. If we fail in 2012, okay, it may be in 2013, 2014. But why go on postponing? This is not an unachievable target. That is all I am saying. And that way, there are dasas who are enlightened, who are transformed people, who do not get hurt, who do not react, who are very calm and peaceful, who are not inside. There are enlightened people, not only among dasas, even among ordinary people. The only problem with them is they do not make noise. They are actually leading anonymous. There's no craving in them. They're leading very quiet lives. They give an insight here to somebody, an insight there to somebody, helping somebody. Because a truly enlightened man will not make noise. He will not propagate himself. He will not try to acquire significance. Nothing will be there. Unfortunately, these people are very quiet, silent people. And the ones who make a lot of noise are mistaken to be the ones who are really capable of. So there are enlightened dasas, and there are also enlightened people. But they may or may not be in an enlightened state. Sometimes they get the state, sometimes they do not have the state. But enlightenment remains. They are awakened people. Continue, Annie.
Thank you so much, Bhagavan, for giving us this time today. And we really thank you from deep within, all of us. We are very, very grateful. And we were given 20 minutes and we have already taken more than that time. So I would like to thank you so much.
I enjoyed talking to you all. Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
We love you, Shri Bhagavan.
Love you.
Thank you, Bhagavan.
Thank you, Bhagavan.
Thank you.
Thank you for staying true to your vision, Bhagavan.
Thank you.
Bhagavan.
Love you all.
Thank you so much, Bhagavan. See you soon.
Yes,
I'm expecting all soon.
Yes.
we come to India very soon.
Yes.
Waiting for you.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you. Pranams to you, Bhagavan.
Namaste.
Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, Bhagavan.